Hey Thunder fans and franchise listeners, I'm Madison Morris here in Chesapeake Energy Arena where the Thunder just fell to the New Orleans Pelicans and pick up their third loss this week at 114-100. Steven Adams led the way for the Thunder, picking up 23 points and 12 rebounds, while Russell Westbrook had a triple-double at 16 points, 10 rebounds, and 14 assists. The Thunder have played in 3 different time zones this week, and they look to get back to their winning ways this Sunday as the Lakers come to town. Watch here to see what Billy Donovan, Paul George, Steven Adams, and Russell Westbrook had to say about tonight's loss to the Pelicans.
I thought in the first half, I thought our guys came out and really, played pretty well. We ran out of gas, and I'm not making excuses for our guys. I just thought in the second half we really struggled, just certainly to make shots and execute on both ends. But they were fighting, and I think doing the very, very best they could. I thought both offensively and defensively in that second half, we certainly struggled.
Just maybe as a piece of evidence of kind of the legs going, I think he had 38 points in the paint, 8 dunks in that first half, just 10 points in the paint and 1 in the second. People might look at the defense tonight, but did some of that not having legs show up on the offensive end?
Yeah, again, these guys are great competitors. They work, a great group of guys. They're not going to want me to sit up here and make excuses for them, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just saying, from my vantage point, just seeing the game, we had a hard time making shots. Everything was short. Listen, it was a hard turnaround. I'm not going to dispute that. Certainly the last week or 10 days has been really, really challenging, but I think every NBA team has to deal with it in some form or fashion throughout the course of the season of 82 games. And I thought our guys tried to do the very, very best they could, but physically we had a hard time getting a lot done during that second half.
Billy, how much of it do you think was mental fatigue? In these type of games, Russell typically tries to pull something together and really spark you, but he kind of played an odd fourth quarter, turning down a wide open layup, and some odd passes. Do you think he...
I got the utmost respect and trust, for Russell. I think he always takes great responsibility for, trying to get everybody else involved. And, I don't know, I know the player you're talking about. I don't know from my vantage if he had a clear lane. Certainly he's, throughout his career, carved his way to the basket. I think he felt like probably someone was opening to get him a shot. I think he was trying to get others involved. I think what we did physically last night to get back into that Denver game, was something that probably took something out of us a little bit today. But I think he was just trying to get everybody else involved.
Well, Steven, you guys came out with a lot of energy. What happened as the game went on?
A couple lapses in that defense. They got a lot of easy buckets off that, and then momentum changed from there. They started getting real confident, running their stuff with a lot more pace. Made it difficult to guard.
What was the most difficult thing about defending Anthony Davis?
No, they just haven't, because it was more so their sets and how they move stuff around and play. They were just getting downhill, and then it's like we're in scramble mode. They'll find corner threes and whatnots. Yeah, it's not a good. It wasn't just him. It was just how they did their system. They moved away from one-on-one really.
I know you don't want to blame it on this, but did you feel like you guys ran out of gas? It's been a long, tough week.
Nah, you said it first, like, can't blame them. We've been through worse. Yeah, so, but it's just, comes down to just discipline and whatnot. There was a lot of lapses just there. If we would have brought those positions back, we would have been in a lot better situation than we were.
Steven, a lot of those pick and rolls were there, like those short pick and rolls with Rondo and Davis. What made those effective in terms of them not even necessarily scoring at the hoop on those, but just being able to get all the way to the rim? Why were they able to do that so consistently?
Well, they just read the pick and roll well. Again, your window of opportunity, the Rondo is really smart. He knows how to attack positions, how to force you to kind of stay for one extra second, and all sorts. So, he's good at manipulating the pick and roll, and that's why. And Anthony Davis as well. He's double threat. He's gone to the rim as well as shooting three sides. It's a tough one.
That's fifth game in 7 nights. I know you all won't make any excuses, but did you feel like just the travel and the week you all have had has impacted maybe the second half tonight?
No.
What was the difference in your opinion between the first half and the second half tonight?
Just taking care of the ball, man, and getting back in transition. They got a lot of easy baskets at the paint, and a lot of open shots, stuff that's preventable.
You all were able to score 38 points in the paint in the first half, just 10 in the second half. Anything besides the turnovers, as you mentioned, that you could do at a higher level?
No, that's it.
Do you sense a common theme to those turnovers? Like you mentioned, shoring them up throughout a game.
Say it again.
Do you sense like a common theme to the turnovers, or was it just kind of you guys, letting them go?
I don't really understand your question, but I guess we're just letting them go. I don't really know what that means.
I just mean, was it something that they were doing to
No,
force this?
no, my mistakes.
Oh, no, you guys probably won't want to make any excuses, but 5 games in 7 nights and just the week you all have had, did any of that make an impact on the second half tonight?
I mean, it was adversity, but we got to play through that. Obviously down the stretch we won't be in situations like that, but it is what it is. That was our schedule. And we had to make the most of it.
What did you see as maybe some of the things y'all could clean up on both ends of the floor heading into the next game?
Well, I thought offensively we got good looks, we got great shots. We just couldn't make shots. I think that was the game. We got the looks we wanted. We could knock them down tonight. But I think defensively is where we got to get a little stronger. We were struggling on that end. It's just figuring it out. We got to figure this thing out.
Seems like when you guys can get the ball stopped on the perimeter, that makes everything on the backside so much easier.
Yeah, well, that's what's tough. Teams are moving us, playing with some pace. That's what we got to prevent. And if we can't, we got to be ready for them to attack us and attack us often. Seems to be the case. They're pushing it. They're playing fast. They're up-tempo style, which is forcing us to move.
Paul, whether it's the pick and rolls or defending the perimeter last night, is there a breakdown in communication on some of those switches?
Not necessarily. I think we just got to recognize that we're sitting back waiting for the switch while they're kind of running with some pace. So it's getting, they're getting the advantage on us. We just got to recognize the switches a little earlier and be ready for them with some energy of our own.
And defensively, what do you think leads to that ball watching sometimes when guys?
I think more so just loading up, trying to be in a help spot, just ball watching while guys are cutting or, they're moving on the backside. Really what it comes down to is we have the right intention of trying to help, but it's just awareness.
When you guys have a night like this where you're kind of almost battling the schedule as much as another team, is it more of a physical challenge, or is it a mental thing to kind of overcome being tired?
Well, it's both. It's mental to overcome that, and then it's physical from a standpoint of, we did play in 3 different time zones over, 4 or 5 days, and 5 and 7 days. So that's where the physical part comes from, just going through that wear and tear. But we got to be better than that. That's no excuse. Every team has a schedule like ours, so it's no excuse.
You've talked a little bit about Andre and his absence on defense and all that. Specifically with communication, because Billy talked a little about communication and Steven did too. Specifically with communication, how is it different just when you have a different guy with that group coming in and trying to kind of learn stuff and shore it up when teams are going at you with pace and that kind of stuff?
Well, I thought with Dre, Dre obviously knows this defense. It's a veteran guy in this group defensively, and I thought up to this point we had a great chemistry with our 5, to where even if we weren't communicating, we understood and we knew where guys were going to be. Not to say with whoever's in that starting 5 with us or whoever's in that rotation doesn't know, but I think now with him being down and out for us, we definitely should be stronger in our communication.
That's it here from Oklahoma City, but we will be back here in Chesapeake Arena this Sunday at 1 p.m. It's Super Bowl Sunday, but first the Thunder take on the Lakers for the third time this season, second time in front of the Oklahoma City crowd. Be sure to check out all Thunder coverage on our social media sites and thefranchiseok.com, and tune in every Saturday from 10 a.m. to noon to hear John Hamm and Jerry Ramsey break down Thunder basketball on 107.7 The Franchise, 107.9 in Tulsa.